Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. In today's video, I thought that I would bring you along as I prepare for the first day of school. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to two girls, ages 11 and 14. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. So, tomorrow, a few hours away, is the first day of school. I'm usually a pretty organized person. I like to stick to like a routine, not necessarily a schedule, but like a routine. I like to make sure everything's kind of done and at least prepped. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened this year. Everything just kind of got crazy, and now tomorrow's the first day of school, and I have an entire stack of papers that I need to bind and prep and prepare. So I just thought that let's chat. Let's watch me get everything done at the last minute. So that's what we're going to do today. I am going to try and here, I think I have it. Let me move some of this. I'll show you. Okay, so on my printer cart that I have in my loft, which is where I'm at in my library, I have this little holder that holds all of the papers that I print out, you know, just somewhere I could put them. Well, every time I print out like a curriculum or an answer key, I use a certain color folder to show me if it's for my youngest daughter or if it's for my oldest daughter. So I do keep them color coordinated so that I know, you know, what papers are for who. But look at this. All of this is stuff that I just printed and just shoved in here. So I need to pull out my binding machine. I need to figure out how I want to store these. Most of this is curriculum that we're supposed to be starting tomorrow. So I do need to get this done. And I mean, I have what, 4 different folders just for my oldest daughter. I have 3 folders for my youngest daughter. And then the stuff that's not in folders is stuff that's like specifically for me. So I actually need to go through all of this and prep it for tomorrow. Yeah, so if you waited to the last minute, you're not alone. I did the exact same thing this year. I did get quite a bit done, but yeah, so there's that. But let's just jump right into it because I have a lot to do. And I was even considering maybe putting up like a little welcome back banner. I do usually do a special breakfast, and then I do need to get my kids gifts ready. They get a first day of school or back to school gift every year. So I wanted to put that in the gift bags and stuff because I didn't even do that yet. So let's just jump into getting things done. Guys, I'm a little slightly embarrassed to show you how I've been using this setup as a table to work on. These 2 chairs are always in my loft, and I decided that, you know, obviously I'm going to sit in one to do some work, but this is a leaf from our dining room table. I'm repurposing this leaf from our table as a little desk, and that is actually what I'm working off of if you're trying to figure that out in the video. It's yeah guys, I'm let's just say I'm repurposing this. Okay, so I'm gonna get started by just kind of going through the folders here. Ignore this back here. That's actually something that we're donating. It's a, what is that called? It's a treadmill. I need somebody to help my husband carry that downstairs, so it's just kind of chilling right here. So just ignore that. But yeah, we're gonna get started with going through the folders and trying to figure out how I want to put them together. Like I said, some of these are answer keys, some of these are workbooks, so I really just need to see what I'm working with because I have been printing things over the past few weeks, and I've just been throwing them to the side and not completing anything. So I do really need to figure out what's going on in there. Again, I do color coordinate the papers that I print, so it should make it a little bit easier, but I left way too much for for the day before the first day of school. So let's take a look at what I have. Oh, I was looking for these. Those are books that I was considering for personal readers for my youngest, and I was looking for that stack, and it's right there. But yeah. Okay, so in here, again, this green teal is my youngest. I'm sorry for the lighting. It's really dark in this room. There's only one tiny window in here, and it's like on the opposite side of the room. So sorry about that. I tried to pull out a light. It's not helping. Okay. Oh gosh, I forgot about this too. Okay, so it looks like this stuff, like I was saying earlier, anything not in a folder is my stuff. So I could kind of wait more to leave that to the last, leave that as the last thing to take care of because that's my stuff. Okay, so this is my oldest Living Harmonies student workbook. Okay, so that's for music. We do that on Fridays. This is what I need to get together. Okay, so my oldest daughter is using The Good and the Beautiful for high school, high school year 1 this year. She's in the 9th grade. And they have like unit checks and things like that after, every so often after each unit, because there's 10 units in the curriculum. But I like to have everything already printed and ready so that I'm not scrambling when she needs it. I like to have everything prepared, which I know creates a lot more work for me at the beginning, but I feel that it keeps me more relaxed and calm throughout the school year, and I don't feel as flustered if I get these things done ahead of time. So I do have the unit checks already printed out, and I really just need to figure out how I want to store them. I think I might just staple the unit checks together and keep them in this folder. I think that would be really convenient, and then I do have the little answer key to the unit checks as well, because this is something that I'm going to be giving to her. It's not something that she's going to have. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So this one should be really easy. I'm just going to start by stapling the units together. Okay, so I have all of her unit checks all stapled individually so I could just, make it easy when she needs them. Now I am going to store this folder downstairs where I keep a lot of my teacher's guides and answer keys and stuff, so that those are all in one space. And again, I will probably just label the front of this folder with my laminator. Not my laminator, what am I talking about? With my label maker, that's what I meant to say. I will probably just label this with my label maker, saying that this is the unit checks for Bella's high school English course. And then for these, like I said, this is just like the answer key for it. I think should I staple them individually? I think I am just going to keep them all together. I'll just staple them. Boom. Done. Already one down. Oh, this was a super cute like mini unit study that I found for her. I thought it might be fun to just maybe start with this one because it's, it's really short, really small, really simple. And it's about the magical fire salamander. So I thought that she would really like that. Lydia loves reptiles. So I thought it would be a great way to start the school year. So this, I actually don't really need to do too much to. I'm just going to keep it in this folder and take it downstairs. Because it's only a couple pages. So I'm just going to take this one downstairs. So that one's done. Now for this one, this is Lydia's History Student Explorer. She's using The Good and the Beautiful year 2 this year. I kind of do things a little bit different for that course. I like to print out the grades 7 through 9 reading from the older, Student Explorer, but then use the actual correct grade level, so the 6th grade Student Explorer for her. So she uses like a combo of the older level and the younger level. This one, I think I decided I was not going to bind it because a lot of the work in here is actually, what is it called? It's like a timeline. So this is something that she's going to write on and then, stick up. So I don't think I need to bind this. I do think I'm going to go through and staple the additional reading together though, just so that, it makes it easy. And I was wondering, did any of you wait till the last minute like I did to get everything done? Because this is the 2nd year in a row that I just feel flustered, or that I kind of waited longer than I normally do to get things done, and I'm hoping it's not the new normal for me. But with my kids getting older, I feel like each year is completely different. When they were in elementary school, both of them anyway, when they were both in elementary school, I felt like there was so many years were so similar. You know, we just, you know, upped the course level, you know, that just went from, you know, second grade to third grade. So it felt, our routine and our schedule felt very similar, but now that they're older, I feel like everything changes every single year. And I just feel like I don't have a great grip on that yet. Okay, so I got my binding machine out. I pulled out like a little back to the book, and I did pull out like this clear cover piece. And the first thing I'm going to be binding is my oldest daughter's biology lab manual. This is probably the most important one to get done, so that's why I'm going to start with it. Also, I have my scrap paper to make sure I don't mess up. There's nothing worse than having everything ready and printed, and then when you start binding it and you have it on the wrong setting, and then you have to reprint everything. Okay, it's good. One down. Okay, next up, music curriculum. This is actually a new curriculum to us this year. This is called Living Harmonies. It looks actually really, really interesting. I'm really excited to start this one. So this is actually from Thistles and Biscuits is the name of the website, and I really like it. This is supposed to be like music from around the world. So I'm really looking forward to doing this curriculum. Oh my goodness, I just remembered one more thing that I have to actually get ready. I completely forgot to put my kids' sketch caddies together. It's something that we're trying out for this year. I bought this like art caddy at Target, and I was gonna make an entire like little caddy filled with a whole bunch of supplies for sketching. My kids absolutely love to sketch, especially this past like year. They have really been sketching like crazy. So I wanted to make like these special caddies for them where all of their special sketching supplies could be in one place. And I just realized that I never put those together either. So now that's on the list as well. So I was just wondering if any of you had any special traditions for the first day of the homeschool year, or if there's any traditions that you would like to start. I'd love to hear about them, because sometimes I like to start new things even, you know, even though this is our 10th year into homeschooling. Sometimes we just want something, you know, fun and new and fresh. But every year on the first day of school, I give a first day of school gift to my kids, which you'll probably see me prepare later today. So they get like a little gift that they get to open as soon as they wake up and they start their homeschool day. And then we just spend the morning decorating their new notebooks and school supplies with fun stickers that they, you know, it's usually like things like Mario stickers or whatever anime they're into. I'll get stickers for that show. With Lydia, she likes, you know, reptile stickers and things like that. So we just spend the morning, they spend the morning decorating their new homeschool supplies with fun stickers and stuff. That's a tradition that we do every single year. And then we just kind of have like a light homeschool day. So normally we just do a little bit of morning basket or read aloud time. And then we just kind of start looking at our new curriculum and just kind of getting a feel for it, trying to get like an understanding about how it works instead of actually focusing on completing an entire school day. So that's what we're going to be doing. But if you have any traditions or anything that you do for the first day of school to celebrate it or to make it exciting, let me know in the comment section. I would really love to hear it because, hey, I might want to add it into our first day of school traditions as well. I think this is the last thing that I need my binding machine for. If you're interested in this binding machine, I will link it below It is a little pricey. I bought mine years ago. It was not as expensive as it is now, but I bought mine years ago and I've been really happy with the purchase. And there's like different kinds too. I know that this brand makes a binding machine that has like this thing on top that helps you put the coils in. That looks really, really neat, but I didn't get that one obviously because I'm doing it by hand. But yeah, I will link it below in case you're interested, but it is an investment. But I've been homeschooling for 10 years and I bought this after I think only a couple, maybe 2 years, 3 years of homeschooling, and I have used it every single year, multiple times a year. So it's really been worth it for my family. But I mean, if you don't really bind a lot of things, you know, you could always just go to like an Office Depot or Staples or something and just pay for them to bind it. But for us, I do this a lot. I make a lot of our own booklets, or I'll buy PDF curriculum where I have to print it out. So, I mean, I've even made my own coloring books for my kids using my binding machine. So, I mean, I use it for everything. It doesn't always have to be homeschool related. Okay, so I think that those are all of the books I needed to bind. So I wasn't even planning on printing this. No, there's one more. Where is it? There has to be one more. Oh no, I didn't print that out. I decided to use that on the computer. Never mind. I was panicking for nothing. But I have our morning basket unit study. It's on the U.S. military. Answer keys for Bella's English course. Their music student notebooks. And Bella's lab manual for her dive biology course that she's taking this year. So really excited that I'm already done with all of those. Now I need to figure out those other little booklets, and then I also need to cut out these little flashcards. I wasn't planning on using these flashcards with my kids, but I just thought that they were so beautiful that I kind of want to put them in our morning basket. So these flashcards actually came with their music program, the Living Harmonies one from Thistles and Biscuits. And again, these are like hand drawn, and it's like the different instruments from like around the world. They just look so beautiful. So I did print them on cardstock, but I'm going to cut these out as well. I need to put my binding machine away though, because I don't have much room to work on anything else with this here. Because again, I'm working off of a, a leaf to my dining room table and an extra chair. So I'm going to, clean up some of this and then continue on with what needs to get done. Okay, pulled out my paper cutter. I will also link this below if you're interested. I just got this on Amazon, again, years ago. So if I can't find the specific one, I will at least link the newer version if they have one. And now I need to kind of take a look. Let me lock this so I don't cut myself. Now I need to kind of take a look at these folders again, just to make sure this is really what I want to do. I think I am actually going to put the salamander mini unit into like an actual little folder. This is for my youngest daughter, so I'm going to use this like teal folder. Let me just pull the sticker off the front. But yeah, so all I'm going to do is hole punch what I need to on here, put it in here and then put like the worksheets in the little pocket on the side. I think I'll feel better about it, and I think it'll be easier because sometimes we do have to like homeschool in the car or on the go. So being able to just grab something like this and not having papers fall out and everything's where it should be will work out much better for me. So that's what I'm going to focus on now. Okay, so... Oh, and I forgot to mention that this was actually a free download on their website too. So if you have a child that is really interested in like lizards, or well, this is technically an amphibian, but if they're interested in like salamanders or reptiles or, anything like that, this was a free little mini unit on Thistles and Biscuits website. Okay, so I completed everything that I was panicking about. I thought this was going to take so much longer than what it actually did. It was less than an hour to complete all of this. But I have the folders ready and labeled for my kids. I have our little salamander unit study that we're going to start with for Lydia labeled and ready to go. And again, I did hole punch and put the reading in the front and then the worksheets in the back. And then I did bind all of the books that I waited till the last minute to do. So yeah, so these are all ready as well. And then I cut out the flashcards. My children just let me know that we have frozen pizza in the freezer. So now I don't have to worry about dinner. And all I have to do is pretty much prep their back to school gifts and get them on the table so that they're ready to go for the morning. So I thought I was done, and then again, remember I had to do the sketching caddies. So that's what I'm going to do now. I bought these caddies at Target. I showed them a few times in a couple of videos. They have like 3 little compartments here, and then there's a larger compartment in the back. I bought 2 of them, one for each of my kids. And I'm just going to put some sketching supplies in each one. And then tomorrow on the first day of school, they'll get to decorate their little caddy with stickers and stuff like that. But my kids are super into sketching right now, so I wanted to make sure they had like a little caddy to hold all of their supplies. They will also decorate their little sketching notebook with stickers tomorrow as well. And we will add more sketching supplies to the caddies as needed. If my daughter finds that she likes, you know, a certain brand of pencil, or if there's a certain tool that she wants to use, we will try those out and just add them in here. So they may look different as the year goes on. Okay, so it is 11 o'clock at night, and I am just getting to the point where I'm putting their gifts on the table and just putting all of their little goodies and things like that to get them ready for tomorrow morning. Now, I decided not to do a lot of decoration. I just made these little welcome back flags with their grades on them. So this is the only decoration I'm going to put out. But now I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, put everything together on the table so that it's all ready for tomorrow morning. Oh, and I did want to mention, I did print out their first day of school. We do this every year. I let my kids pick out the pictures that go on these, but they take their first day of school pictures with little signs. So I did print these out as well, and I'll put them at the table so that, you know, I actually remember to take the pictures. If you would like to know exactly what I put inside of their back to school gifts, I do have a video on that. I will link it down below if you're interested. Right now I'm just going to throw everything into the gift bag, put some tissue paper in it, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So I'm actually really tired. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap these up, put them on the table, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like at the end. But if you want to know what's inside their gift bag, again, I'll link that video below. Okay, so that is it for today. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.